Here's what you don't get about weight loss. Most people think once they think about weight loss, right? Once they hop on that diet, once they just eat a bit lesser calories, they work out a bit, what's gonna happen is their weight is just gonna drop in like a linear portion, right? Let's say if you're 80 kg, oh, my weight is just gonna steadily go down towards freaking 75, then 70, like a linear portion. At least out of the hundreds of clients that I've seen, and even my own experience, I've never seen this happen ever, whereby it's a straight linear graph down. And I doubt anybody has ever done that. What it actually looks like is more like this, a shit ton of like ups and downs, okay? The problem is when you are having a weight loss as a start, what happens is you usually have a phase whereby you stay at the same weight. And I'll tell you why. It's because you're trying to figure out what works for you. Again, the problem is never about information. You are one ChatGPT prompt away of asking how to lose weight. The problem is what works. Of all the information in the world, what can be applied for you? So be it, is it switching out what you eat for breakfast? Is it this snack that you should switch out? Is it you should stick? Or are you drinking too much alcohol? Is your sleep not in order, right? It's about figuring out what's the problem. And usually this takes a bit of time, right? You figure out. So your weight stays pretty consistent as the start. Then once you figure it out, you realize that, okay, this is the problem. Then you will start a slow decline downwards, right? But then even then it's pretty bumpy, right? You go up and down, right? Downwards. Once you go downwards, maybe it's like you cut calories for 500 calories per day. That's how much you cut. One point of time, your body gets used to the lesser amount of calories. So again, it stays consistent again. Usually what happens is then I'll recommend you go back to a maintenance phase and then you start going up again. So weight, okay, it stays consistent, then it goes bumpy downwards, right? You reach like maybe 80, you go to 75. Then you realize no matter how much calories you cut per day, it stays consistent. Then that's when you should probably go up to a maintenance phase again. Maintenance phase, your weight might slightly go up a bit, but it's fine, right? And then you're gonna be bumpy, and then maybe freaking it's Christmas time, right? December holidays, and then you have a good time, and then it goes slightly up again, right? After it goes slightly up again, you come back to normal, you go back down again, and then maybe somewhere in the future, you finally hit your weight. That is exactly what it looks like most of the time. As I like to use investments, for example. When you look at the stock market, although the overall trend when we look across like a 20-year, 30-year period is upwards. In between, you're gonna have like your stock market crashes, you're gonna have your super highs, you're gonna have your super downs, you're gonna have COVID hit, you're gonna have the freaking AI bubble coming, or whatever you believe in, right? It's gonna be just as bumpy as that. So never be discouraged, okay? No one's weight loss journey is a linear line, okay? All you have to do is constantly find out what works for you, hammer on those things until they don't work anymore before you start implementing other things. And that's how you get far.